The auditor filed a lawsuit with a single Supreme Judicial Court justice over the audit of the legislature earlier this week. 22 News State House reporter Olivia Ray explains what it would take for this case to move forward.
The question of whether an audit of the state legislature by the state auditor is a violation of the separation of powers clause of the Constitution appears to be headed for court, but not before the issue of representation is worked out. State Auditor Diana DiZoglio announced earlier this week that she's suing the legislature for preventing her from conducting an audit. She says she will be represented by her office's general counsel because the Attorney General has yet to enforce the ballot law. DiZoglio is also seeking approval to be represented by 3 litigators as Special Assistant Attorney Generals, a designation that is sometimes given when the Attorney General themselves has a conflict of interest or otherwise will not represent the plaintiff. George Vienne, Nicholas Romaker, and Pietro Conti, the proposed litigators, have a mix of prosecutorial, appellate, and complex civil experience. The reason this issue is not already before a court stems from back and forth between the auditor and the Attorney General, who typically would sue those in violation of past ballot laws. Attorney General Andrea Campbell says the auditor's office has dodged straightforward questions about how the audit would impact the privileges granted to the legislature in the Constitution. But Auditor DiZoglio repeated a now common refrain in a press conference earlier this week that these questions have been asked and answered. In order for this case to reach the arguments in court stage, a Supreme Judicial Court justice would need to determine whether the Special Assistant Attorney General appointments would make progress in determining the proper scope of a legislative audit. Working for you from the State House in Boston, I'm Olivia Ray, 22 News.